is a partnership between PledgeMe and the Māori Women's Development Inc. So please put your hands together for Tā Koha.
E aku nui, e aku rahi tēnā tātou katoa. My name is Kaye Maree Dunn and I'm a proud representative of Māori Women's Development Inc., a 30-year-old Indigenous financial institution, and we are passionate about supporting Māori entrepreneurs to not only survive, but succeed exponentially. We were lucky because late last year we partnered with PledgeMe to help co-create a new way of supporting Māori entrepreneurs to access capital. Together, we co-created this new platform called Tā Koha, the reciprocal act of giving. Our main purpose is to help empower Māori entrepreneurs to fund the things that they care about, but most importantly, we want to make it easier for people like yourselves to know what's happening in the Māori community and to also help you invest and support these initiatives. But we identified that there were some major troubles and major issues for our social enterprises that were trying to make it. When we listen to our people, this is one example from one of our social entrepreneurs, Kelly, from Whenua Warrior. Accessing pūtea to be of service to our people is so difficult. There are so many hoops, and all we want to do is get out there and do the mahi. So there are so many barriers, and not only with social entrepreneurs, but also with our Māori SMEs. We've identified that 50% of Māori say that capital is a barrier.
And we like breaking down barriers. Kia ora tātou, no otipoti aho, ko ana toku ingoa, na mihi nui kia koutou. My name is Guenther, I'm the co-founder of PledgeMe. Over the past 6 years, we've helped over 1,200 Kiwis fund the things they care about through their crowds, and had over $26 million pledged through our platform. But last year, when I got asked to speak at the launch of the Māori Economic Development Strategy, I realized that Te Ao Māori weren't crowdfunding. In fact, Te Ao Māori were finding it really hard to raise funds generally. At that talk and later on, I met with Māori Women Development Inc. and we started talking. We decided to partner to create a solution together. We raised funding from Tupuna Kokiri, and we entered this program to research, test, and create a solution. The first thing that we did was we went and looked internationally for some inspiration, especially Muhammad Yunus and the work that he did in the 70s in Bangladesh to launch the Kiwibank, a micro-lending initiative that aims to break the cycle of poverty with loans, to effectively bank the unbankable. And that inspiration was also inspiration for Māori Women Development when they first launched over 30 years ago. The next thing that we did was we went out and researched in the community. We went from Whangarei down to Christchurch and met with over 300 entrepreneurs and leaders to discuss not only the problems and opportunities that their entrepreneurs were facing, but also to test our ideas with them and see what they thought. From that, we came up with 2 parts to our solution. The first part was an education program. With the Kiwibank, when you go and borrow money from them, they don't lend the money to the individual. They actually take that person through an education process with 5 of their family and friends. And so what we realized with crowdfunding as we currently do it, we were only ever really focusing on the crowd when it came to funding. But what would happen if we actually went with the community out to their crowd and educated them as well? And so that's what we decided to do. We built a group-based education program, both online and offline, that goes out to your whānau. The next part of our solution is to use the core PledgeMe platform, but again, go out to the crowd a little bit earlier and receive Koha not only in cash, but also in services, supports, tools, coffee, not only in return for rewards, but potentially also shares and loan notes. And so the work that we're doing, we believe, is not just focusing on treating people equally, because if society isn't treating people equally, that's not going to help. What we want to do is treat people equitably and acknowledge that they're coming from different places with different needs. And our hope is actually the solution that we're creating right now is a universal design that's going to make crowdfunding better for everyone. So why now? Well, as Taika said, Aotearoa is still a little bit racist. Equity crowdfunding is not equitable. There are communities that are excluded from the financial markets, and we want to change that by going into the communities and co-creating solutions. And not only so those communities can raise funds within their communities, but across communities. In Aotearoa, there are 400,000 SMEs that we could currently service with our equity crowdfunding license. Only 1% of those identify as Māori-led. In Australia, where we're also licensed, there are 2.1 million SMEs, and I would hazard even less of those are indigenous-led. There are up to 350 million indigenous people internationally, and our goal with Koha is to not only help them to find funding, but also help more of them to start. PledgeMe charges a 6.5% success fee if you meet your goal by your deadline. So when we process the money, we take that fee out. But with this partnership, we actually want to share that success fee with partners like Māori Women Development Inc., who are taking these campaigners through our education process and launching them out into the world.
So it's really important to us to be able to support ventures, but also ensure that we can de-risk these ventures so that people like yourselves, iwi and other supporters know that when they do put their support forward, that they've gone through an adequate and comprehensive learning process. So here we've got Adele. She's about to launch some new digital games where she's teaching both sign language and te reo Māori together. And on top of that, we also have some stunning individuals. Lily from Tolaga Bay Inn, who's about to create a tourism hub. We also have Rangi Mahora from Rau Awa Awa Kaumatu, a charitable trust, who want to set up a beautiful age-friendly facility. We have Matua Chris, who has Kiwi Kai, and he wants to expand his venture of steam puddings across Aotearoa and the globe. And also Shari Wilkinson, who's the stunning owner of Muka Eco Fibre Lashes, who wants to again dominate the world in creating and bringing her lashes to a global audience. Nō reire, hoa mā tini mā mano ka rapa te whai.
Together we will achieve. Kia ora.